It's bolt action. The Eastern Front, Operation Barbarossa. The Russians are on the counterattack. Welcome to another episode of Bolt Action, 3rd edition. We are playing at 1250 points now for the Eastern Front. The Russian army has received a boost, some more models have come through. Bit of a stretch, we have got them up to 1250 points. So a full-size game for you here in this episode. There's more units, certainly a lot more vehicles on the way for the Russians to add variety as we're prepared to go for the Operation Barbarossa campaign as well. We've just got to build up the armies, need some variety as well, so that we can do these different scenarios for the upcoming campaign. That's the plan. So up against the Blitzkrieg Germans, going to run some light tanks here. So 5 Panzers, 1s and 2s. We have an armoured platoon across here. I've upgraded one of the Panzer 2s to take a command vehicle. So it'd be the guy with the crewman out of the hatch. 3 Panzer 2s, 2 Panzer 1s. We then have an artillery platoon, so just an officer on his own, just the way the points worked out. And then I've got 2 of the light anti-tank guns, the PaK 36 anti-tank guns there. And then finally, the bulk of the force is a rifle platoon. It's mostly mechanised. So we have an officer and 1 man inside a Kübelwagen. All the units in this list are regular. 2-man sniper team. We have Kradschützen, the motorcycles. Inside that unit I've paid for 2 SMGs and an LMG gunner and loader. 2 half-tracks, 2 full squads of 10. It's all equipped with rifles, hair infantry squads, and then a light machine gun in each of those. And then a 3rd infantry squad, again, all with rifles and a light machine gun in that squad as well. So that's the list here for the Germans. Mechanised up, see if the Russians can deal with them here in this game. We have 1 super supporter on Patreon with us, so I'm going to put him onto, it's Gareth Wallace. I'll put him onto the commander here for the Panzer 2 and 5 dice, because the aim down the road is to get 5 supporters each side, but we're going to give all 5 dice to Gareth here in this game, just for some crucial dice rolling at different points during the battle. So that's the German list. Such good news to have the Russians up and running now at 1250 points. And Mike Walker in charge of the Russians here for this game. We'll take a look at their list next. So 1250 points of Russians. It's a stretch. A load of new models have arrived, and we've played around with some of the points here to get this army up to 1250. Before we go through the list here, quick shout out for our sponsors. For all of your Warlord Games and Bolt Action needs, the link for Warlord Games is in the video description below. It's just an affiliate link, it doesn't cost you anything to use, but when you do use that link in the video description, it does help the channel in a small way. And then for 3D prints for your vehicles, we recommend Gaming Squared. There'll be a link below for their eBay store. All of the Russian vehicles are from them, and the quality is superb. You can get quite a bit of variety with the quality of 3D prints, but these are excellent. So that's a BA10 from Gaming Squared. And all of my Panzers are from them as well. And so too is the Kübelwagen, and this half-track is from them as well. So highly recommended. They do a great job, and their catalogue is expanding. So for the Russians, we have an armoured platoon across here, 1 BA10, 1 D8, and I've upgraded it to make it a command vehicle, and then a regular early war T-34. We have an understrength artillery platoon. There should be at least 2 artillery units of some kind, but we're still expanding the army. And there are artillery units on the way, but it's 1 medium mortar with a spotter, an officer and 2 men with SMGs. They're all regular. The vehicles are all regulars. And then the largest chunk of the army is the rifle platoon. So a number of new units. Other units have been bulked out in size as well. Aaron's been painting up a lot more riflemen and a few extra models, including some officers now. So our officers are kitted out and represented properly also. So officer and 2 men with SMGs. We've got a medic. As you're allowed to take 2 PTRDs, but just to get the points up, a 3rd PTRD has been taken. So 3 of those. A sniper team, which for the points, to make up the points, we boosted to a veteran sniper team. Then 2 rifle squads of 7. They're all equipped with rifles. They're regulars. We have a tank rider team. And a couple of those are carrying Panzerfaust, but that's not going to count. But we will count them as, and I paid the points, is to give them anti-tank grenades, so early war equivalent of anti-tank weapons for taking on vehicles. Also paid the points just to boost the points up to make them veterans. And then we have 2 squads here. They're LMG squads, and you can take 2 LMGs in the squads. We've done that. We've made them veterans as well. 4 models of rifles, 2 models with SMGs. So these 2 squads here, very well equipped here and highly experienced also. But it's just to make up the points. That gets us pretty much on 1,250 points. So don't panic. This isn't the final list by any means. It just gets us there to the minimum for 1,250 point game. These are on the way. So medium machine guns, another mortar officer in there as well. So that'll be a great addition, I think, for the Russians. Plenty more vehicles on the way as well. Some new vehicles coming from Gaming Squared as well. So keep a lookout and keep an eye on the Russians as the army adapts and changes and expands, all being well. So that's the list for the Russians. Do check out Aaron's website. He's painted these up. Aaron's taking on painting commissions. So he's painted all of the infantry here for the Russians. Show you some of the new models that he's just done. So there's the officer. So Aaron's work is exceptionally neat. You can check out his website and get in touch with him for a quote. But as per usual, an absolute superb job here with the Russians. For the vehicles, there should be, or there is, it's gone live, a full painting tutorial showing you how to paint those up nice and quick. So if you like the look of the Russian vehicles, then do check out the tutorial for them. It is live on the channel. And for this game, a super supporter here, top tier on Patreon, Chris Hutchins. We've put him in charge of the Russians here in this game, and we'll put him onto the T-34, the larger tank, for this battle, 5 dice to use at some point during the game. So both armies ready to go. We will now take a look at the scenario and deployment for this battle. So we have a scenario, we're playing envelopment, but we're going to flip things around this time. The Russians are going to go on the counterattack, and the Germans are going to make a defense here in this scenario. It did happen during Operation Barbarossa. At times the Russians sought to push the Germans back, so you're going to see a Soviet counterstrike here against the German advance. So with envelopment, we have the Germans as defenders, 12-inch deployment zone running across here, just marked by the red dice. The aim of the game is, it's based on kill points, but also for the attacking side, for the Russians, they've got to try and get as many units as they can off of our deployment zone edge during the game, or at least get them into our deployment zone to pick up points. So the way points are scored, for the defender, it's straightforward. You get 2 points for every kill points. The aim for the Germans is just to try and destroy as much of the Soviet force as possible. For the Soviets, it's 1 point per kill points. There is an incentive to destroy enemy units, but also at the end of the game, 1 point for every unit inside the enemy deployment zone, and then 3 points for every unit that has managed to get off of our deployment zone. So massive incentive just to get units off of the board if possible. So for the attacker, at least half of their army must form the first wave, which means it automatically comes on without an order test on turn 1. It's at least half. The rest, if the player wants to, can go into reserve. There's no outflanking allowed in this game. There is a preparatory bombardment available for the attacker as well, go off on a 2+. Then for the defender, at least half of their army must form a defense and be deployed on the board straight away. Those units that are deployed can use the hidden special rule. That can be applied to them during the game as well at the start of the game. and then for the rest we can go into reserve, but as said, we can't outflank in this particular scenario. So that's the mission. Medals on standby, by the way, so we allocate those at the end of the game for units that have performed particularly well. But by all means, you can let us know in this battle who you think performed the best, who deserves the medal. Let us know in the comments section below. So what we'll do now is we'll move on to deployment, so the Germans can put their defensive units onto the table. Alright, so deployment is done, mostly. Both of us still have a sniper each to deploy on the board. For the Germans, about half their force is on the board. We've gone quite heavy on reserves. So forming up an infantry defence across here. 2 Hair infantry squads, the one on foot and the other one debussing from the Hanomag to deploy Hanomag here. And then 1 squad, 2 squad officer inside the Kuba wagon. Then the right hand flank, the plan is to try and secure it with anti-tank guns. So pack here, second one here, and officers just next to the one here on this right hand side. And the left hand flank has been left empty for now for the Germans. It may be where we bring on panzers. We'll see where the Russians go. They really are free to come on anywhere along the edge, so we'll have to watch and see where their attack comes from. Then for the Russians, everything's going into the first waves. This is going to be a full-on assault from them, as Mike may well try and rush the Germans early on, but we'll see what happens. So we're just going to deploy these snipers next. Alright, so both snipers have been deployed. Mike had to deploy his first, and his is just over there. I'll maybe zoom in so you can see. So just deploying like so. With a BDI on this German infantry squad across here, our sniper is just regular. I was going to go toe-to-toe with Mike's, but we're just going to hold off. I often lose the sniper early on, so I tucked him in here just to wait to see. We don't want to get rushed by the Russians, so we're just going to wait and see where units come on. Then maybe try and manoeuvre and sneak up on that sniper later on. That's deployment done for both sides. We'll go on to the first turn of the game next. The Russian counterattack is about to begin. How successful it will be, it's all in the hands of Mike here for this game. So turn 1 coming up, the Russian attack begins. So you're thinking of getting into Bolt Action 3rd edition. What could be standing in your way is this rulebook here. It's over 300 pages long. And so what we've done here on the channel is created a unique series giving you the full lowdown and the full explanation of how to play Bolt Action 3rd edition. To unlock the full video course, you can join us on channel membership. The link for that will be below in the video description, or you can go to the channel homepage and hit the join button. As soon as you join us, it'll give you access to all of the episodes and you can watch those. And hopefully it'll be a great guide to help you get onto the tabletop and playing your own games of Bolt Action 3rd edition. Alright, so turn 1. First dice out of the pot. Mike in charge of an attack in this game. German dice first. Interesting. Well, I think I know what I'll do straight away. We will go on to ambush, like so. Germany. Okay, you can probably guess what we're going to do. Ambush. Next dice. Off the pot. Russians. Okay. Quietly, the Germans check their sights, check their range. Keep a beady eye on the horizon. Because they're on top of the T-34, Mike's put that dice on the tank riders. Fine. Okay, so next dice out of the pot. He doesn't want to reveal too much yet. Yeah. Another German dice. Okay, this suits the Russians okay. Sort of. I mean, ambushes are not so good. It makes sense for us to go after that sniper if we're in range. We'll do a fire order on this squad here. Stop right there. 2+. Mike can roll it for the bombardment here. It does go off just about right. So we're going to allocate all the pins and any damage. And then for these dice that have come through, there may well be, it's probably going to be order tests for me to do for pins. So that's fine. What we're going to do is just going to stop right here. We'll resolve the bombardment that's taken place. And then we'll catch up back to this point here where this unit's trying to fire. All right, so bombardment's been resolved. 2 pins on the officer. Mike rolled 2 ones, the anti-tank guns, so they're going to be fine for their orders. A hit here, but a 1 rolled to destroy a model, so nothing, but 2 pins did come through. 2 pins on the Cooper wagon and the unit inside. 1 pin here, and then struck the half-track on a 6, penetrated and destroyed it. So half-track destroyed. I think that's the best result we've ever seen for the bombardment in any of our games. So half-track destroyed, and that means that Mike's also picked up a victory point. Sniper team, they're inside my deployment zone, but they escaped. Mike rolled a 1 for them. All right, so fire order. I do need to do an order test. It's a 10, becomes an 11, but the officer is nearby, and therefore it will be a 9, and it's 9 required. So Mike says he's going to not react. It's a veteran unit, so they might be able to shrug this here. So looking for 4s for hits. Oh boy, look at that.
Oh,
okay. All right. Definitely know the sniper's there. And then it's going to be 5s to win because Mike's a veteran. 2 6s. Right. 2 saves of 5+ for the soft cover. Save 1. All right, okay. Yeah, we reckon that 4+ is a save because of the infiltrator rule, which gives the sniper team +1 to its cover save if it takes a cover save and it hasn't advanced or run, and that is the case with that sniper team. So just 1 pin on them, and our shots have failed. So well done to the snipers. All right, next dice out of the pot. I was going to try and flush him out with the half-track, was the plan, but no. Russian dice. Okay, Mike can think about what to do. No, doesn't need to. Sniper.
Yeah.
Okay, 1 shot needing a 3. Obviously going into here.
Yeah.
It was a miss. Ooh, okay, the shot whizzes through. Okay, Germans hidden here. I think we shot, so we lose our hidden, that goes. But the sniper shot this time around misses. As this could be the perfect timing to sneak up and go after him. Maybe. We'll see. We're just going to watch nervously to see what arrives on the board here. So next dice out of the pot. It's Russians. Okay. So Mike's brought the mortar on. It's come on just over there. When movement's finished, we'll go around Mike's side of the table to get a view of the table. But just mortar team's over there. Spotter for it's just tucked over there at the road. A few more German dice came up. We've rallied both the officer inside and also the Cooper wagon. Mike's then brought on the HQ, the mortar, just over with them. I've lost a pin and gone into ambush with this squad. All right, so activation's taking place. It's virtually all Russian dice here. I'm not sure if I've mentioned it already, but ambush on this squad. Terrain-wise, any base, large or small, that has a tree on it, we're going to play as obscuring. So even the smaller trees, you can hide things behind. So just bear that in mind throughout the battle. So obviously there's a good cluster of trees there in the middle. You can make use of the individual trees, and there's other tree bases around the board. So they're going to count as obscuring, not the rough ground. Physical line of sight as well is going to play quite a big difference. Here's a nice hillside over here for blocking terrain. We've got the raised embankment road as well. which is pretty good actually. Even light tanks are almost covered by that, so it gives some cover. We'll go around the other side of the board. Mike's brought on plenty of Russian units here. So we'll show you now this side of the table, just to give you a view. A PTRD has arrived here. Mike's using the tree to block the line of sight for my light machine gun, and it's possibly going to be a shot here. Then the spotter, just showing you the view that he is sneaking up along the side of the road. Infantry squad, so rifle sections moved up here, running along the embankment, and another rifle team along here as well. And now you can see the mortar and officer, and then another PTRD has arrived with a run move just here. So I reckon it can fire. Artillery, though, if they moved, they can't shoot, such as the mortar, for example, but that's just a regular team weapon. Going across here. Interesting, 5+.
Oh.
Ooh. Yeah, it's quite good. The Russians did use the PTRDs as like sniper weapons for flushing enemy units out buildings and so on. But that shot's missed. But if it does hit, it's pen +2, so it's nasty enough. But the shot whizzes by the anti-tank gun. So we'll press on here for some more activations. Okay, he's doing it again. PTRD over there. 5+. No, it's a bit scary. I don't like this this use of the PTRD. Interesting. Right, so more activations here. The Germans just putting theirs onto their reserves. As for the Russians, a real infantry surge coming straight through the middle here, using the woods as cover. So we've seen these rifle squads pushing through, backed up now by the officer. PTRD came on a shot, and then the LMG team has arrived. It's done an advanced move though, because Mike's intent is to put some shots onto the Germans hidden away up the road. But before they do, I'm going to activate an ambush. So LMG, so activate the ambush turns into a fire order. 4 shots and LMG +1 for Hitler's buzzsaw. So we're looking at 4s. And 4s for a kill. No, 5s for a kill because you've had nothing. It's just 1 pin. Well. Okay, and then Mike can respond with his firepower. It's going to be 8 shots in total for the 2 LMGs. And it will be 6s for hits. If 1 6 can be obtained, it will help. It will put a pin onto that squad.
Just for clarity, I don't have to roll for it now because of a pin.
No, that's right. Yeah, because your order's already been issued.
Yeah.
So what you're doing now is just firing at a -1. So 6s. Would have been 5s without the pin. Got that 6. All right. So 4+ for a wound.
Nope.
No. All right. It's just the pin caused. If Mike can keep the heads of the Germans down whilst the infantry advance, that would be ideal. Both sides concealing their armour here. Germans obviously can't. It's turn 1. We can't bring ours on. But the Russians holding off with all of their vehicles so far.
Squad.
Yeah. It can do, yes. BT, or the BA-10 has turned up. It's just here on the road. So on the road, it gets ×2 move. But Mike, he could have gone up here, but he stopped because he doesn't want to get ambushed by the anti-tank gun. So cautiously holding and moving up to here. It's going to do an advanced move so it can shoot into this team. And there was one other move. Yeah, the medic, she's come on and nestled in amongst those squads. There she is, like so. So she can give out a equivalent to a feel no pain, ignoring damage from small arms fire only on 6s. So it's good if she can hang around with as many infantry squads as possible. So Mike's going to go for the light anti-tank gun option, the turret, and also the bow machine gun. He's going to use Chris Hutchins' dice here. Comrade Hutchins.
Yeah.
So 1 shot needing a 5.
Yeah.
It's unlikely, but close. Okay, and then 3 shots with the machine gun to try and get a vital pin. Nothing. All right, shots miss. Where does Mike go with the T-34? It looks like he's going to commit and be brave here. It's going to go after this flank. Right, move. Right, so it's going to trigger 2 ambushes with our anti-tank guns set up and looking across that direction. So I'm going to declare this one first. We're going to go to a fire order. Your tank riders disembark D6 immediately because as soon as the declaration is made, so they've got a 4-inch move. Their dice has already been allocated to them, but they can make a 4-inch move in some direction, wherever Mike wants to go. They will not want to remain on that vehicle with anti-tank guns being fired at them. Yeah, it's the end of the turn, so they're pretty much able to.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're quite good. They're veteran squad of anti-tank grenades.
Decisions.
Okay, so they're going to hop down, maybe make a dash for the woods. Mike will bring on the other 4 models to go with that squad. Pretty much lined up perfectly. So there's the shot. We'll definitely go to Gareth Wallace for this one. 1 shot, Nina 3. Hits. Pen +4, you're a 9. -1 for long range. The best we can do is a superficial on a 6. We get it. Unbelievable. So Mike will take a pin. Okay. The door knocker, this was called. And it has knocked on the door. We've rolled a 2. So it's steering compromised. An extra pin as well. So that's not too bad. Could have been better, but we're thankful for any kind of result against the T-34. This one, I don't know. We'll have to check line of sight here. We did say this is obscuring, so we'll double check this. So I'm going to say no. Bad positioning adds obscuring terrain plus a friendly unit anyway. So no shot permitted from him. Add anti-tank or tank rider teams disembark. There they are. Just ignore the Panzerfausts. That's for mid-war. And that's it. We're down to the last couple of activations here in turn 1's finished. But T-34, Mike's declared his hand here. It's arrived on his left-hand flank. It's been tickled a little bit by an anti-tank gun, but...
So there's one back into.
Okay. Sorry, Mike can still shoot. You haven't been stunned or anything. All right, so HE and bow machine gun. You need a 6. No. Okay. And then 3 shots, then 6s with the bow machine gun. I can see 2. Well done. Very good. And then forced wind. Take a pin.
That's
Double 6 again.
Where was that for?
Wow. Okay. Gun shield protection, so we're going to be on 5s. Block 1, but a casualty taken. Good result. All right, so casualty calls. Good work. Right. Next dice, the final few dice out of the pot. So last few activations taking place. The D8's turned up. Mike's got it onto the road. It's done a 12-inch move. It's shot. Caused a casualty and a pin, so really good result. And then the LMG squad has turned up on the extreme left-hand side. So I thought Mike was going to drive hard down here, but he hasn't. He's gone for an attack across here on a wide front, a surge through the woods over there. The last dice for the Germans was the sniper. We moved up, took a shot with regular rifle, shot just in range and missed. So that is turn 1 finished. The Russian assault started and it's gone pretty good. Initial bombardment was good. Some pins, a few casualties coming through, and Mike's army is intact. Casualties?
No.
Nothing.
A couple of pins.
All right, so far so good. So we're going to go on to the second turn of the game. It's the Russians. We know where their assault is coming. It's down to the Germans now to stop them. For every unit that goes off the board, it's going to push the Russians towards a victory here. We cannot let that happen. We have to counter the Russian thrust. So turn 2, first dice out of the pot. And this is going to be an important one. There's a number of, as per usual, I guess, for bolt action, there's a number of units that really want to go first and get their shots away before the opponent gets an opportunity. Here we go. So much we could do if we get down the dice. It's Russian. Right. Do it.
Snap the action.
Ah, good move. Yeah, snap to action with the vehicle. So Mike's going to activate the T-34 as well. I think we know the move he's going to do with the D8.
Right, this one then is going to
run. Yeah, I think he's going to run it straight off the table.
48, yeah?
Yeah, 48.
Oh, yep.
Right, off it goes. That's it. Take it off. 3 victory points in the bag. Well worth it for a little annoying little vehicle like that. So they have their uses. Yeah, so the T-34 next.
Oh, don't throw it around.
Wrong way around. That's fine. Put it, we'll revert. It doesn't matter. We'll say it's still there. It's fine. Yeah, flip it around. So T-34 first. And Mike's going to do an advance.
Yeah.
I would imagine. Yeah. So order test.
Yeah.
So -1 and +1 for the command vehicle. Good. So pin removed. And Mike can move. So you can make one less pivot than usual, but you can still make 190-degree.
Yeah, I'm trying to
turn.
Yeah.
So it's moved. There's a pin. It's going to be 6s for hits. So Mike's going to go here with machine gun shots just to try and pick up a pin and hits if any 6s come through. Got one. Okay, that's the result he was after. 4s for a wing. No, all right, just a pin caused. All right, so next dice out of the bag. Germany. Okay. Fire order on the sniper against your sniper. So looking at 3s for a hit. 3s for a kill. Yes. Okay. So casualty is going to be a leadership test to do. Yeah, leadership straight away. Should be okay. Yeah, leadership passed and a pin caused as well. So just checking the rolls for sniper. It is a team weapon. It does mean that Mike can still fire it as a sniper rifle. But because it's a team weapon, it's -1 to hit rolls from now on, because the team is now down to 1 man operating the weapon. But the loader or the observer will take over the sniper rifle, so that's okay. And a morale test passed. But good shooting here from the German sniper team. It's been a turn where the first dice coming up has been quite crucial. Next one out of the bag. Some high priority allocations here. Germany again. So we'll try and activate here. So we've got 2 men operating the gun, that's fine. We'll go for a fire order. We'll not do a snap to action. And we're going to try and pass an order test here. 9. Add 2, -2 because of the officer, thankfully, so that's a pass. So we'll take that away. The fire order goes ahead, so 3 to hit, but now becomes a 4 because of the pin. Whoa. Von Wallace. Missed. The pin stopped it. You did the pin, didn't you? Yeah, that's the pin that saved you, because otherwise I would have cleared it and there would have been none. Okay, so that shot's a miss. Anti-tank gun has not struck the T-34 this time. Next dice out of the bag, a run order. So 6-inch move here with the anti-tank gun just to reposition, like so, and that's it. So he's positioned like so. Well, it looks good, but how long it'll last, we'll have to see. And remember, we're looking for medals here. No real candidates as yet. So Russian dice has just come up, so Mike can think about what he wants to move next. If you like the look of our terrain, we have a full catalogue now on membership for terrain tutorials. So we have one for the roads. These are scratch built. There's a tree guide, both for the deciduous trees and also these pine forests. We've got rough ground. There's actually a set, so it's these Russian style junctions with the rough ground terrain pieces. That's a tutorial. We've got a new one for the cornfields. We even show you how to do the backdrops. There's a new one on the way for the Russian front. The raised roads and embankments as well. And a lot of the materials are everyday materials. Some materials you can get free of charge, some just from your regular hardware stores and so on. So it keeps the cost right down. It's surprisingly low cost terrain. So do check out those tutorials. It means you can support us here on the channel, and then you can follow these terrain guides so that you can create your own tables for bolt action and other gaming systems as well. And a massive shout out and thank you to everyone that's supporting us so far, and hopefully we can reward you with some great terrain tutorials plus campaigns, which are building up for a number of campaigns now, actually. France and the Eastern Front. So link below for membership, or you can go to the homepage and hit the join button. So Russian dice BA10, I think Mike's going for. You don't have to move, you can hold and shoot. There are targets, and you can suppress targets whilst you're...
Yeah, I'm sitting looking at this.
Those, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's doing his job covering the infantry.
Yeah.
Fire order then.
Yeah.
All right, so you've got an HE shot, we'll need a 4, and then some bow machine gun shots as well. It's well equipped for an armoured car.
4.
4 plus, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice, okay. The best Mike can get is 3. 3 dice needing 2s. We didn't go down. They've all wounded. Nice. And cover saves. Now, oh, that is a nasty hit. And D2 on the pins. Maxed, of course it is. That's a real good, perfect hit. Okay, and then the machine gun as well. 2 hits come through. 5 ups. Oh, double 6. Block those. Right, so 2 pins, 3 casualties. Right, so next dice, Russian dice. Mike's going on to the sniper mortar from the last game. So as he's going after this squad here, really going after this Hare infantry squad holding this position. So yeah, going to use the Chris Hutchins dice, needing a 6. Drawing line of sight from the spotter. He's just over there. You can see, no problem. Well positioned. Oh. No. All right, so next time be a 5 plus. Right, next dice is German dice. I'm going to try and go for a snap to action here before we get pinned out or pinned down too much. So we'll activate. So this squad first, they've passed. And we're going to do, nothing here can see anybody, only this. And it's going to go after the tank rider squad. So 5 shots, 5s for hits. 2 hits. No damage, just a pin. We'll then go on to the next, that was the fire order. We'll just go like so. Do a fire order here. And then we're going to attempt a fire order across here. With these. Helps, yeah. Lose pin. So not completely suppressed here with the German infantry. And we're going to unleash our shots into that tank rider team. So the rifles are literally just an inch or 2 out. So it's just going to be the light machine gun.
Oh.
Wow. Ouch. In the open, 4s for kills. 3 slain. Ouch, 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 ouch. And a pin. And a morale test. Yeah, that's nasty stuff. MG34 cutting infantry down, and it's busted on morale. They surrender or run away.
I got a reroll.
Or maybe only on conscripty type
no,
units. We'll check this one. We'll check. Out just checking for leadership as well. Units out of range. It's actually a veteran squad, but because of the pins, they are going to fail this test. We're just checking the extra rules. For the motherland is for inexperienced troops. They're the opposite. They're veterans.
5, 6, 7. Consequences, take the test again and apply the second result.
Yeah, fine.
And then for the motherland is the one for inexperienced. I roll a dice. On a 4, 5, or 6, the test is passed. Unit loses 1 pin marker. On a 1, 2, or 3, the test is failed. And I retain all the pin markers.
Okay. Right, so for the motherland then.
Yep.
Passed, yeah, Mike's rolled a 5. There you go. Where other nations would falter and fail and run, the Russians, for the motherland, press on. Nice, okay. So passing morale, devastating casualties there from the MG34, but really caught out in their sights. We'll move on to some more activations. So we're just building the narrative here. You see the Russian drive coming through loads of infantry, and the Russians obviously pointed out this enclave of Germans across here. If this can be broken, the Russian High Command has seen this as the area where the breakthrough can occur. So Germans really do need to hold the line across here. Armour is on the way if we can get them onto the board. Next dice out of the bag. Things will liven up when the Panzer starts rolling onto the table. Russian activation next. Battle's starting to heat up now. So Russian dice tried to activate but went down with the tank rider team. Mike wanted to get them out of trouble. Next, PTRD over there is going to go all the way down here. Range 48 is in range. A useful weapon. 4 up for a hit. Yes. Twos. Yes. I don't know. Cover. I'm going to roll it and then we'll check. No. So even if there was, we don't get it. It's going to be a casualty and a pin. Good use of the PTRDs. Annoying. German dice. Right. I've had enough of this. Let's see if we can bring on the tank commander first. Passed. All right. Panzers will now start arriving. So an advanced move. Panzer 2 arrives. In its sights is the BA-10. Fives. One hit. Pen +2, AP round, and regular range. So we're looking at something high. 4, 6. No, just going to be one pin on the BA-10. PTRD, it's all the way over there. I'll zoom in. There he is. And he has line of sight through here onto the anti-tank gun. So yes. One shot needing a 4.
Press again.
No, missed. Okay. Next dice is German. Second Panzer 2's come on, passing its test. And same again, we're going to go after the BA-10. 2 shots in 5s. And missed. Oh boy. Panzer 1's arrived. The Panzers are turning up here promptly. We have gone 9, and we're going to put some shots into the Russian infantry. They're not going to... Actually, veterans, it'll be harder to get kills against them. 8 shots in total. So you get 6 dice, you halve it. I got 2 of them, and then Hitler's buzzsaw on each one, so takes us to 8. So 5s for hits, 3 hits, 5s for kills, because they're in the open, 2. Ouch. 1 pin, 2 kills on that veteran squad. Panzer's arriving just at the right time here. So Russian activation, advanced move, passing order test, clearing pin on the veteran squad. And it's going to be 1 rifle and 2 LMGs. They're going into here. They're going to need 5s. 666. It's going to be another pin. Pins are going to be crucial across here. Germans are still keeping their firepower going, but the pins need to keep coming in against them. The Russians are to prevail. No wounds coming through, just pins. That's a pass. The pin can go. This is the veteran LMG team. And Mike's going to advance. So what you have to in this game of infantry, to stand a chance at getting into our zone, at least, or getting off the board, you've got to keep moving with the infantry. It puts pressure on them, but to remain stationary will mean they're not going to score by getting here later on in the game. And Mike wants to keep his options open. As many units as possible. But the pin's been cleared. And range is going to be good. So 8 shots. You can check rifle range, but I think they're going to be out. Maybe 24. Yeah, 9 shots again. 1 rifle and 2 LMGs. And even 5s. Keep those pins coming in. Got the pins and 3 hits as well. It's good shooting. They're well equipped, those 2 veteran squads. And 4s for damage. 1 comes through. 5+. No. Nice. Casualty and a pin this time. So German activation. Panzer 1's come on here. Again, passing its order test. And going into the sniper. Need 5s. 2 hits. No wounds on Snake Eyes. Just a pin caused against the veteran sniper team. Next activation was a snap to action. I'll zoom in so you can see. The officer encouraging the men to push forwards. 1 unit's moved up behind the woods. Can't see, can't be seen. This squad pushed up the embankment and laid some shots into here. And we passed all of our cover saves, but took a pin. So, as snap to action, the officer, PTRD team, and the sniper team are going to be activated. So that's them. You can see the pins have been removed. Mike cleared all the pins with a fire order because he rolled a 1-1.
The 1 time Snake Eyes comes in handy.
Yeah, and he's going to retaliate against the sniper here. It is -1 to hit rolls though because the team weapon. 1's a miss. He's really been put off in this game here thanks to the cunning of the German sniper across here. Okay, and next is the PTRD. So PTRD is sheltered behind the tree. Remember, as we were saying, it was line of sight blocking, so it can't see these. The embankment's blocking shots anyway. But he's going to try and do a super sniper shot into here. And misses.
4 1s?
4 1s, yeah. And that's pretty much the end of turn 2. Officer across here, just standing where he is. We put dice onto units inside their transports and in reserve. And, oh yes, a half track's turned up. Here, rushing, 18-inch move, run move, scooting around here with the squad inside, and obviously on a mission to try and take on Russian units over on that flank. Okay, the Russian advance was going smoothly. Now all of a sudden, German reserves have arrived, plugging gaps, and an armoured presence across here, just in time, because the real suppressive hits come through against these infantry squads in the middle. The game now hangs in the balance. Will the Russian assault be a success, or the Germans drive them back? We'll have to see. We're going to go on to turn 3 now, pushing towards the middle stage of the game. Right, turn 3. First dice out of the pot. Again, both of us want to go first here. Germany. So, German activation. Snap to action. It's limited. You don't get the German bonus for vehicles. It's only infantry doing snap to action. So, the commander activating the Panzer II. BA-10 target dead ahead. We'll go after him. But before we do, I want to show you something from my childhood. I've just seen it on the shelf here. It's a computer game that I used to play. James and myself used to play this all the time. And I think that's been one of the influences towards bolt action. But we'll show you this computer game, see if you remember it from years ago. So I don't know if you've seen this game, but it's this one. Do you remember this? Sudden Strike. Such a good game. Now I've talked about it, I'm probably going to try and play it, but this was that was the maps. It's just like bolt action almost. Just skirmish games. And like really, if you can see the detail here of the towns and villages, it was really well put together in all of the units as well. But fantastic game. Let us know if you've ever played this. Remember it, there's loads of expansions for it that came out as well. But Sudden Strike was one of my favourite games for World War II growing up. But if you've seen it, let us know in the comment section if you like the game or not. So anyway, back to the real world. We'll go for here. So at 9-inch move, up and onto the embankment with the Panzer II. 2 shots, steam 5s. 1 hit. Pen plus 2. It's an 8. That is going to be a penetrating hit. Yeah, Mike's disappearing here. Not Mike, but the vehicle. He's gone over there. We're going to let him do the recce move because I rushed ahead and he could have reacted. So we've moved up there. We've tried to follow him, but we can't see. All right, so at least we've made him get out of the way. Mm-hmm. All right, so we'll go on to the commander here, but just as the Panzer II comes over the crest of the hill, the BA-10 sees it and veers to its right, disappearing off over in this direction. So Panzer II commander now follows up, the road clear. We'll put 2 HE shots into the rifle team. Reactions, if you want to go down to protect them or risk it, it'll be 2 shots and then 5s of HE.
No, go on.
Oh, no. Oh dear.
Play the statistics.
So first template covers 4, moving along to the next one covers 3, so that's all of them, and it's 2s for kills. This is brutal. Ah, no, that's ridiculous. Someone's looking for a medal here. It's wiped out by the light automatic cannon. Devastating stuff. German panzers have well and truly arrived. Starting to capture a little bit of the brutal nature of the Eastern Front. It truly was brutal. So Hopefully we'll start reflecting that in our games, but that's nasty stuff. You can imagine the horror of the Russian infantry as they're pushing through the woods to see German panzers all of a sudden rush up the far side of the embankment. All right, next up, German dice. We're going to go for a fire order across here into the T-34. Good. Clear pin. One shot needing a 3. We'll go to Gareth Wallace for this firepower.
Do you not suffer a bonus just so I know, because you've lost the casualty?
Oh, yeah, for team. Yeah, if I'm down to 1 man left.
Right.
So he's okay at the moment.
Yep.
That 3's a hit. Gosh, a 5 or a 6 now, I think. 5. We'll check range. If we are within short range, then we'll get a standard rate of +4. We're not. Range 24 is just short, in which case, single pin. Okay, next dice out of the pot. Vicious fight here. German light anti-tank guns trying to take on the T-34, struggling against the armour. It's a Russian dice. Next up, Russian dice. This squad here advancing. We've reacted by going down. We've got loads of pins, and I don't want to take more casualties. So it's going to be 8 shots plus 4 rifles, so 12 shots in total. Pretty good, those LMG squads.
Needing 5.
5s, yeah, but like 8 of them have hit. Crazy. Good job we did go down.
And then 4s?
4s, yeah. Wow, 3. 3 ups, because we went down. Cover doesn't help us, or our dice roll's not helped us here. 2 casualties. And a pin. Next up, T-34. Fire order. It's going to halt and shoot. I think the intent's to go after this Panzer 1 before it has a chance to move over here.
The intention is to fire at it. I just need to roll low enough.
Yes. Ooh, nice. Lose a pin. 1 shot needing a 4, actually, because you're shooting AP at a vehicle and got the 4. Boy, oh boy. Okay. You can roll up now for...
Hang on. Gotta get it on.
Turret's bang on, that's right.
There we go.
2. And struggle. Yeah, Mike's rolled a 2, but it still does something. Medium anti-tank gun, pen +5, pen +6 for side armour. It is in regular range and rolled a 2, so 6 and 2 is 8, which is superficial. Mike's got steering compromised, result in 2 pins. Very, very helpful trying to silence or stop that tank before it goes after the veteran squad. German dice, we'll try and activate him. 6 + 2 is 8, it's fine, it's a pass. We'll lose a pin. And we'll put the LMG shots into that squad over there. Mike's going to react. Yeah, it's not what he wanted. Managed to get this tank activated. 5s because of the pin. 5s to wound. 2 wounds to come through. Down and soft for the cornfield. Pass 1, lose 1. So 1 casualty and a pin. So with the Russians, this is only the 2nd game on the channel, and we're only using the minimum or the max. We're maxing out on what we have. Obviously, there's more stuff on the way. There's more vehicles on the way from Gaming Squared. There's more different unit types or infantry types. But any Russian players out there, or if you play against Russians, do let us know unit suggestions and so on. Mike saying he wants more BA-10s. The armoured cars, pretty cool. They are pretty good. More T-34s, obviously. But, I'd love to do tank on Kursk style games where you have like 6 T-34s against German panzers and so on. That's games we can play down the line. PTRD. Into him. Into here.
Yeah,
range 48. Yeah, go ahead. 4+. Trying to snipe here. Ah, no. Damage of +2. God, go straight through. 5+ for cover in between. And it is blocked on a 6. We'll take another pin, though. Being harassed here by an anti-tank rifle. Yeah, the mortar.
Yeah. And then
Zeroing in. Yeah, 5+ this time around. No, he doesn't get it. It'll be 4+ next time. Right, snap to action. Chris Hutchins' dice being used. Mike's activated the HQ and the sniper, and then also the PTRD. Sniper shot needing a 4+ with a -1. Missed because we took out the first guy. Okay, and then a fire order on the PTRD. Check that one. AP, maybe. We're just wondering if anti-tank rifles get the bonus. I don't think so, because the bonus is for anti-tank guns. All right, so we'll leave it. That's not going to go through. Not going to hit. So don't think he gets the bonus. You can let us know what you think in the comment section below, but I think it's for anti-tank guns. That's an anti-tank rifle. So we'll move on to the next activation here. Fire order across here. That's a pass. Still got 2 crewmen. Into the T-34, needing a 4. No, because of the pin. So a few activations. The tank rider team shifted across. They passed their morale. We then activated these and shot across here. 2 hits, but no damage against the veteran LMG team. Try and go for the sniper with our sniper. Definitely use the Chris Hutchins dice for this. Needing a 5. Yeah, I needed a 3, sorry, and we missed. PTRD is just moved and tucks in over there. No order test required. 1 shot needing a 5. Missed. Got a 4. So a few more activations. Sniper, shot, and missed. Panzer 1 moved up, shot, and wiped out the sniper team. Then across here for the Russians, snapped to action. Infantry squad across here, caused a casualty in a pin against the German squad just over there. Inside the woodland, across the other side of the road. Officers moved up, medics moved up. It's pretty grisly. It's like the Russians are being funneled through here, but they're just lacking the support. And then with the arrival of the German panzers either side, the point of the attack is now actually turning into a trap almost. Russians getting cut down here. We've seen that. We've had a taste of it so far, and it may well get worse. This is a problem for the Russians, the advancing German light tanks. The road is open for them. A few more activations to go, mostly German. Panzer 2, the last one's turned up past its order tests, and it's bombed up in this direction with a run move, just to try and help balance things out on this flank. The Germans have to be brutal. We've played this mission a few times. If the opponent's able to get a string of units off the table, no matter how bad the game's going for them, they'll just pick up loads of points for getting units off the board. So the Germans have to be really brutal with their destruction of enemy units. We'll go through a couple more activations and it'll be turn 3 wrapped up. And that's the turn finished off. We pushed up the half track, but it's going to need some help with the BA-10 blocking its path. Then across here, just keeping these units where they are. And then a couple of other dice going on to units that are currently off the border inside transports. Turn 3 comes to an end. Germans, it looks like they're going to hold the line, or they are holding the line here currently. That's one of the most important units on the board, the T-34. It's the strongest vehicle, but it's outnumbered is the problem. There's so many targets that need to be taken down. End of turn 3. We'll press on to turn 4 next. So turn 4. I guess on the history of the channel, this fits quite well.
Yep.
Because you're up against an early war German army that's played multiple games in France, and like the veterans now, they moved into Russia because that came next after the invasion of France. 1940 for France, 1941 for Operation Barbarossa. So it makes sense. This is like a hardened veteran Blitzkrieg army up against the more fresh recruit Russians.
It's not their first rodeo.
Yes. It's a tough game for the Russians, there's no doubt about it. But they'll come back, they'll be back, no doubt. But it seems to be better on defence. But there's this quote, someone said the best means of defence is attack. And this German aggression on the defensive seems to be working quite well, especially Panzers sort of pushing through gaps. First dice out of the bag. Mike hopes it's the T-34.
It's not.
Germany. So I was going to go across here. We're going to go here instead. This gap is wide open. The road is open for us. We've pushed through an advanced move, and our eyes are on the back end of the BA-10. Mike can react with Recce. So Mike's not going to react this time. So 2 shots needing 5s. And we'll go to the last of the Gareth Wallace dice for this one. Oh, missed. Next Panzer 2. Obviously we can't see through here, so we've driven alongside the woodland, and we're going to do point blank into those riflemen. So you can't go down at point blank anyway, so we're just going to shoot at them. Needing 3s. Oh dear, 2 hits. This is going to hurt. 2 swoons, they're all covered. 1 escapes. Mike does get the cover though, so 6 saves of 5+. This is a very nasty hit coming through. We're all our pins. Of course, it's maxed out at 2. And one more save there, Mike. Sorry, it's 6 in total. 5 ups. Block 3, but 3 slain and 2 pins. Just zoom in so you can see. Panzer 2 firing point blank into the woodland. The other one on top of the embankment. Chasing that BA-10. Next up, fire order into the T-34. It's an order test we're trying to do. 9 failed. Down because of that crucial pin. Alright, T-34, order test from that, and it's intense to try and take on the Panzer II. Another target's crossed its sights, yeah.
See if I can actually do it.
Yes, remove pin. 3s for a hit. For the motherland. 1!
Ah!
Just summarises Mike's agony here in this game. Oh, if you had a hit, what would you have rolled? A 6! Oh, boy. Oh, never mind.
Don't like playing them games.
Panzer II activated, advanced. The T-34's shot, so we just ignored it and got a hit and 3 kills, 2 and 1 pin on the veteran LMG team with the Panzer II. Russian snap to action across there. Anti-tank rifle missed. Mortar missed. And we'll need a 3 next time. Right. Point blank. 2+. So target hit. And you'll be on pen +5. Go straight through. That'll be two dice on the result. Half track's going to pay a price here. Yeah, target destroyed. Yeah, real good result. So squad goes down, disembarked 4, and they've received their pin and lost 3 casualties as well. We rolled up for them, and they've taken a down order as well. So that's that squad out of it. But an excellent hit there. Paid the price for going point blank against the BA-10. It's done well in this game. So a few more activations across here. This squad cleared their pins and moved through. An advanced move with the officer. This squad here tried to activate but went down inside the woods after taking the pins from the Panzer II. German activation, fire order, automatically passed. We've got clearance through to the T-34, needing a 3. Oh, we're using the Von Wallace dice. The last one, we passed, hit, and then pen +4. No, it's just going to be a pin on him. Next, the crowd shoots and across here, disembarked, and LMG and SMGs have gone into the woods just here. They put their shots through into the veteran squad, caused 1 casualty and 1 pin. So a few more activations. A rally, cleared pins, moved. An advance order, shot and caused a pin but no casualties. Cleared 1 pin on this squad. They moved out onto the road here. Germans feeling emboldened. Uh-oh, may pay a price now. LMG team on the move for the Russians. Panzer 1, by the way, busted morale, reversed up and went down. Doesn't like the T-34 on the table. So they've shot, they passed, cleared a pin, kept a pin though, and 1 pin, 1 casualty caused here. So we've pressed on and finished the turn. Mike moved the medic up. This squad advanced, they passed their test. No hits at all though coming through against this squad. And where's that Panzer 1? Yes, no real target for us. We've shot all the way up the board. 18-inch move, just ready for next turn. Anti-tank rifles, this one shot here, caused a pin. The other one shot and missed against this Panzer II. And we've gone into ambush with the sniper. That marks the end of the turn here at turn 4. We'll roll on to turn 5. Germans still seem to be holding the line apart from the armoured car that broke through. But still, there's hope here for the Russians. Still, the T-34 is still in pretty good condition. We'll see if the Germans can deal with that medium tank. Turn 5 next. Turn 5, Panzer II's going to take some pot shots here. So we've driven up alongside that T-34 with our piddly gun here at 3s. 1 hit, pen +4. Penetrating hit.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Look says, don't do much.
This won't hurt a bit. It's 4+ to actually blow it up. He almost got himself a medal. A 2. That will be a great discouragement to the Russian infantry for sure. We can stick a bit of fluff next to the T-34 just to represent it being mobilised. So 2 is an immobilised result. So an extra pin, so 3 pins in total now, one from last turn to just now, but crucially receives a down order. So that's the T-34 out of action for the turn. Heroic stuff from the outclassed Panzer II, but at point blank range side armour, it's caused trouble for that Russian medium tank. Snap to action with the commander. Both German tanks, the Panzer II's peeling off to their left. They're trying to flush out the BA-10. 2 hits in total from both of these, but both failed to penetrate even though it's rear armour. That's just 2 pins caused in total on the armoured car. So previous round of shooting, we forgot Feel No Pain, which Mike rolled up for. That was the medic near those, actually restored a model. Activations taking place, snap to action on the small squad here, firing through, a hit and a casualty and a pin. Across here, this squad then fired, remained stationary, and we went down, lost another casualty and another pin. So really that squad on the road's been punished for moving out into the open too early. Panzer 1 advanced, that's its target, into that corner, and at point blank range took out the PTRD team. BA-10 busted on morale, reversed up behind the woods, and a down order on him. PTRD team hit the target, got a superficial, Mike rolled a 6, and caused a stun result. So it's already been activated, goes to a down order, and then 2 pins caused in total. PTRD shot, hit, side armour, right, Mike rolled a 9 in total. And the result is 1 dice, 4+ is good. 2 chance almost to take out Panzer II there with an anti-tank rifle. Right, medic's going to be busy. So this squad across here cleared its pins on the last turn, unleashed a volley, got a load of hits against the officer. No Feel No Pains, 7 casualties caused against the 3-man squads. They've been wiped out, shot down by the MG34 team across here. So the regular air infantry squad, but disciplined firepower from them, and the HQ's now been cut down. Advance order across here. No hits, 1 hit but no damage, but went down there with the veteran LMG team. This squad here shot through and caused a casualty and a pin. Anti-tank gun caused just a pin against the T-34s. It's now 4 pins in total. So the last few activations taking place. The mortar tried to zero in here, but failed. And that's about it. Infantry squad had removed their pin and then pushed down the embankment and through and took some shots against Mike's HQ squad next to the mortar, but missed. But got a hit, passed a save and throw. Mike went down and then caused a pin. So we're both happy enough to call it at this stage. We see no way that the Russians can get enough units off of the table. The BA-10 could have done, but it's been forced back by the advance from the German panzers. And across here, the main hope for the Russians is now mobilised. The T-34 is now stuck in that field and has taken multiple pins and various amounts of damage. So that's now static. And then the infantry squad's bravely pushing forwards, but they've been cut down seriously, and there's still German resistance across here. So we're happy to call it at this stage. Germans have countered the Russian attack with a counter-attack of their own, and it's proved highly effective. Something to bear in mind for this mission, instead of trying to hold a static line along the back to push out and to break up the enemy formations as they try and push forwards. It's proved effective enough on both flanks here for the Germans. A couple of panzers here have been effective. Across here, this was the most effective part, this drive across here, forming a wedge between the Russian forces and taking on various units, has proved highly effective on this side of the table. Right, both of us quick enough with our medal allocation, so Mike gives it to the highest scoring unit that bravely drove off
straight off
off the board and picked up points, just fulfilling my mission. So but he drove off here and got 3 victory points. Well done to the D8. And then for the Germans, it has to go to von Wallace here, the commander, for spearheading the armoured thrust here. It proved most effective for the Germans, driving off the BA-10. We never caught it in this game, but we drove it away and then got stuck into the softer units across here, helping to secure this flank. So that's the battle. Do check out the other games on the channel. For bonus content, we have a full how to play bolt action. So if you've got no idea how to play bolt action, or you're looking to brush up on the rules, we have a breakdown series that goes through the entire edition of 3rd edition. We'll get you fluent in the game as you follow those episodes along. Also, the concluding episode is like a demo game where it's just slowly take you through the first few turns of demo games. Check out that series. It's on membership. If you like the terrain, you want to replicate it, and it's great to see so many people joining and creating terrain for themselves, then that full series so far, because it's an expanding catalogue, that is available on membership as well. And then we look forward to the campaigns, planning to do Operation Barbarossa, amongst others as well. That'll be on membership also. And it means that when you support us, we can keep the channel going, but only keep it going, expand the channel. But there's new fronts to cover for sure. But on the Eastern Front, a Russian attack has floundered here in the face of this veteran German Blitzkrieg force. Maybe next time. We'll have to see if the Russians can break through. Great game. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time.